This is another video from me, Mobsy, and in this video I'll be teaching you how to build the Super Smelter that you can see behind me, to the left there. It's a really simple design and I hope you enjoy the vid. Let's get into it. Okay, so here is the Super Smelter design itself. As you can see, very simple and really easy to build on early game, except of course for the iron blocks here. They are not compulsory, these are just the structural blocks I'm using, as they are easy to see and easy to determine. Now, as a quick test of this Super Smelter, we're going to get some coal and some iron ore. Now, this top chest here is where you put your smeltable items, or the items you want to use in the furnace. They will immediately get picked up by the minecart hopper, and as you can see, they're being put into these blast furnaces. Now, the chest at the back, this one we're going to be putting our fuel in, like so, and as you can see, these are already straight away smelting the items. Because I'm using a blast furnace, it makes it a bit quicker, but we put in 18 iron ingots, and so far we've already got back 8. It's been about 20 seconds since we put them in. This smelter is extremely fast and can do what you want it to do extremely quickly. 15 iron ingots in about 30 seconds. That's pretty good if you ask me. Now, this design itself is really easy to replicate. There's the last iron ingot, and there we go. 18 iron ingots in about 35 seconds. The blast furnaces all turn off, and it's really easy to do. So, what you will need for this smelter is 6 chests, 10 minecart rails. You will only need to use 8 of these, but 10 are required for the construction of the Super Smelter. 4 furnaces of your choice. It could either be a smoker, a blast furnace, or just an ordinary furnace. 13 hoppers, 4 powered rails, 2 minecarts with hoppers, 8 blocks of your choice. They can either be 8 or 10. 10 makes it a bit more aesthetically pleasing, although 8 is all you really need, and 4 redstone torches. In relation to what I said about you needing 8 or 10 structural blocks, a design with 8 structural blocks would look like this. That's the only difference. Just having a block there and a block there makes the design a bit cleaner. Now, let's get into building it. Okay, let's get into building the design. What you're going to need for this design I've just outlined, and what we're going to do first is place down our output chest, like so. This output chest will have 1 hopper running out of it, and then 4 hoppers to the side. This 4 hopper line right here can be adjusted to 8 long, as you can see in a design over there, which I will show you in a bit, or however long, because this design can easily be changed to create more hoppers to make this smelter faster. On top of them, you're going to need to put your furnaces. Again, like I said, these can be any furnace you choose. And on top of these furnaces, place 4 more hoppers, as well as 4 more hoppers going into the back. As I said before, this part of the design is really easy to replicate and do over and over again, as each little module is 1 block wide, so it does not need 2 blocks of space and easily can be stacked, as I've done with 4 modules here. Now, you're going to need to place structural blocks on the end of each of your hopper lines, and on the bottom hopper line, you're going to need to place 1 more on top of them. Now, here you're going to place your powered rail, as well as your normal rails on top of the hoppers. Now, to make sure that these rails and these rails do not connect with each other, we're going to need to make this one a bit longer. So put down 1 rail there, and 1 rail there, and then on the top here, do your normal rails with the powered rail on the structural blocks, and then the normal rails on the hoppers. Simply remove these parts here. You will then gain your 2 rails back, like I spoke about earlier, and you're only needing 8 rails for the design, but 10 in construction. This is mostly done now. Now we're just going to grab our structural blocks and place them next to the powered rails, as this is how we will be powering the powered rails using a redstone torch. You come underneath the block, place down a redstone torch, and as you can see, the powered rails get powered. Do this again on the other side, and the design is almost complete. Before we add in our minecart to the hoppers, we're going to need to add in our fuel input chest, right there, and our smeltable item, or item you want to put into a furnace, input chest as well. This one you put on top as well, just like this. Having them on this side of the design, especially with further and longer you go out, means that all the furnaces will be filled mostly equally, compared to having them in the middle. For example, it might only fill some of them with more and the rest with a bit less than the middle. This design will mean that all furnaces are filled equally, and therefore the quickest way into getting all your items into the output chest really quickly. Now we can place in our minecarts with hoppers. They're now going off like so. And now all we have to do now is test it. So here we have 64 raw beef and 64 coal. If we put in 64 raw beef into the top chest there, the minecart hopper takes it, as you can see. And you can see as well, it's currently being dispersed into all of these hoppers, equally being leveled out. If we go into this one, and we put in our 64 coal, you will see that these start to now light up. And very quickly, we will soon see that this right here will start filling up with our stack of steak. It comes in quite quickly. Obviously it comes in bursts of 4, as we only have 4 furnaces, but as I've said earlier, if you were to extend this as a design like so over here, if we do the same thing and we put in 64 coal and 64 raw beef with smokers, which are a more efficient way of using and cooking food items, it will make the process quicker, as well as having 8 of these modules, not just 4, doubles the time. And I've been already doing this a while, but that is the stack we started on now. We're already halfway through at 32 steak. Very quick stuff. And if we go back over to our main one we've just built, in the time we've got 24. It's not as quick as having a module of 8 like over there, but it's still pretty quick. You can use 10 structural blocks if you so wished, just to make it a bit neater by adding them on the sides there. I find it looks really cool this way, and it doesn't look as clunky and a bit off. I do love symmetry, and you can also, if you want to do, add one more down the bottom to make it a bit more neat. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you enjoy putting this small super smelter, or big, however you choose to make it, into your Minecraft worlds. Leave a comment, smash the like button, and see you next time.